Hey guys, this is Jordan again. We're at our third video on our Algebra series. Now, the two previous videos we just tackled equations involving just addition and subtraction, and then just equations involving multiplication and division. Now we're going to do slightly more complicated equations that involve both addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division in the same problem. Let's get started and do a few examples. Okay, so this time we have 5x plus 3 is equal to 18. Now in the previous videos is pretty much one step to solving these equations. These, I guess you could call them two-step equations. We can't just divide both sides of this equation by 5. Well, we could, but it would just make the numbers more complicated. So what we can do this in two steps. The first thing we'll do is get rid of this 3 because it really makes it more difficult to divide. So we're going to take away 3 from this side and take away 3 from this side. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So we're left with 5x is equal to 18 minus 3. 18 minus 3 is 15. Now we're at one of our one-step problems, so we divide both sides of this equation by 5. These cancel out and we're left with x is equal to 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Alright, now we got 3x minus 2 is equal to 7. Just like we did before, we want to get rid of this extra number hanging out here, so we will add 2 to this side and add 2 to that side. Okay, 2 minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. We'll have 3x is equal to 7 plus 2, which is equal to 9. Divide both sides of this equation by 3. These cancel out. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. That's another way of saying it. X is equal to 9 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Both these are equal to 3. I did not plan that. Okay. Another one, we got x divided by 5 plus 7 is equal to 22. Once again, this plus 7 makes it more difficult to deal with any multiplication or division. You could just go ahead and multiply both sides by 5, and that would be a valid way to do it. I personally would find it easier to deal with this 7 first. We take away 7, subtract 7 from both sides. Plus 7 minus 7 is equal to 0. So we're left with x divided by 5 is equal to 22 minus 7. 22 minus 7 is equal to 15. X divided by 5 is equal to 15. Well, if we multiply both sides of this equation by 5, then 5 divided by 5 equals 1. So we have 1x is equal to 15 times 5. 15 times 5, 75, I believe. 15 times 5, yeah, 75. X is equal to 75. Okay, we got one more here. Got x minus 3, all of that divided by 7 is equal to 15. Now before, we were able to deal with the addition and subtraction first, but in this case, since it's all tied together in the 7, it actually in this case would be easier to deal with the division first before we deal with any addition. So to undo the 7, we're going to multiply this side by 7, and multiply this side by 7. 7 divided by 7 is equal to 1, so we end up with x minus 3 is equal to 15 times 7, and $105. Yeah. X minus 3 is equal to 105. If we add 3 to both sides of the equation, then minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So that just leaves us with x on this side. 105 plus 3 is equal to 108. And that's all the questions I have, or problems I have for right now. We'll probably go through another one of these just to fortify it in your mind how to do these kind of problems. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Email me. I'll be happy to answer any questions, hopefully by video, but I'll see what I can do. Until next time, have a good one.